This is a matchup we have been waiting for. Two elite wide receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, the legendary home of the Fighting Irish. As we'll see the number 15 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. And the Aggies will kick this deep to start us off. Return starts from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Notre Dame's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. We got a quarterback here, Kirk, who's just trying to find his way, but the coaches have said they trust him.
Well, I think that's a big part of what he's able to do, and the reason they're giving him a chance to go out there and be the quarterback is he knows this offense. He's able to get this offense in good spots. Avoid the negative play is critical today for this team to win.
From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
And it's incomplete. He dropped the first down pass over the middle. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Looking to throw. It's Carr. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, what a grab! They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, he can't bring it in. A chance for a takeaway, but one of the star players on this defense couldn't make it. Now it's 2nd down here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. So an early season test for both teams, a top 25 matchup, both trying to get off to a quick start here, Kirk, and set the tone for the rest of this one.
Well, that's the beauty of these matchups early in the year. You're either going to come out fast or fall flat, and one of these teams will experience the latter. This game is crucial to kick-starting your team in the right direction for the season. These kind of games create that type of momentum that they can carry with them on a week-to-week basis.
And that run, good for 1st down yardage. The drive moves on. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. That's a fly to the wideout. He's got his man wide open. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Takes the handoff. It's low. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Dropping back. It's Carr. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down.
Swarmed to the pass rush, a sack. It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the 1st sack of the game.
goal is good. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football out to the 25-yard line. The Aggies offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. We got a quarterback here coming off a sensational performance, Kirk. He sounded very confident when we met with him this week, but let's see if he can build on that this time.
Yeah, I think the last game that he played, he just threw the football on time. He didn't try to do too much, found the open receivers, took what the defense gave him, and as you mentioned, we had a chance to talk to him. I think that's what he's looking to try to do, not try to live up to the hype, just put together another solid performance. Nice first down here by Texas A&M. The offensive line gets a hat on a hat, gets a good push, and once again, you see the history and tradition of Texas A&M with a great back.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Grab down the middle. It's Wilson. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48.
That's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the move now. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
I thought the strong safety did a really good job of disguising the blitz, waiting to the last possible moment, and then at the snap of the ball, catching the offensive line off guard. Nobody saw him. He gets home free and comes up with a sack.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Looking to pass, it's Reed. Defense is coming after him. Short throw complete to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're third down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down. The Aggies will line up to punt it away. And that will bounce and roll out of bounds, so no return. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And here he goes. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
And at first down, they go right back to him. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up. Gonna run it. It's low. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
You move the ball to the 48 and earn a fresh set of downs.
Not a huge gain here, but the quarterback does a nice job of going with this safe, smart option. finding the big tight end and picking up a critical first down to keep this drive rolling.
Down. Looking for the wideout. He's got it with room to run. You make the stop, but a big play moves the ball to the red zone.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Handoff here from the shotgun. Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. But the fourth quarter really starts to wear you out.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down.
Well, that completion gets him a little closer. Quick decisions needed here, especially with third down coming up.
Held to a field goal their first drive. Now it's third and goal where they settle for 3 again. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. He muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
Point after, up and good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Scanning the field. It's Reed. Pulls it in. It's Moss. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, the defense will knock him down. What's going to be the final play of the period. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. They jumped out to an early lead in that opening period. Let's take a quick look at the stats so far. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? And the Aggies will bring their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Takes the handoff. It's low. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Back to pass. It's Carr. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
And I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's 3rd down. But he's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Well, Chris, there's crazy, then there's what we just saw. I'm not sure what this head coach is thinking. Late in the game, trailing by a bunch, I get. But you've got time. Way too early in this game to go for it on 4th and a mile.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Texas A&M has moved into the red zone now. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the 1st down.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. They're going to run it here. Makes a nice move there. Tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9.
I love this unconventional call by the offense coordinator. 3rd and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the 1st down.
The Aggies looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out.
And I really thought on 2nd goal you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead try to catch the defense napping by running. And man, does it backfire.
And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 24-yard attempt. Should be automatic. No, and he knocks it right through.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And it's fielded. The returner trying to create a big play here. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field, hoping to improve in the last drive. They got stopped on 4th down, and it ended up costing them a field goal. To throw, it's Carr. It's an out route. The catch made. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a 1st down. A new set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Nice grab. It's Fields. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by this defense, and this time they get caught. Great timing between the quarterback and his receiver. You can see what can happen when that timing is right. Big things can happen.
The freshman quarterback showing what a cannon he's got.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really...
Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Pass protection, a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. From the shotgun, drops back. Looking deep downfield to the left. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Offense comes to the line for 3rd down off the incompletion. Back to throw. It's Carr. Bringing pressure. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Punt team ready to boot it away. They'll kick it away here. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. On 1st down, it's play action. He escapes the pocket. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the 1st down.
Play fake, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down. The misfire on 1st down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 46. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. He's running out of time here. He's going to take off here. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That play will move the sticks. Set him up 1st down at the 42.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Breaks into the clear. Makes the 1st down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Boy, when this back has room to run, he really can hurt you with his speed and ability to accelerate upfield to pick up a 1st down. Think about A&M backs over the years. They have been spoiled. Some great backs, most recently Devon A-Chain and Isaiah Spiller. But even going back, people forget Dante Hall when he wore that Texas A&M unit. Dropping back, it's Reed. It's caught. He's in the clear.
They bring him down, but that play will set up a 1st and goal now at the 10.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and it puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
That's the 3rd sack now, and we're not even to halftime. The offense is losing. They're getting whipped up front at the line of scrimmage. The offensive coordinator better make some adjustments or this thing could snowball.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. He's got it right near the end zone. Completion nets about 9 yards, not enough for the 1st, and it's 4th down. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. He was successful on his first try. This is just a chip shot from 21 yards out. Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. And after the miss, still down by 7.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Going for his running back. Caught over the middle. It's low. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those 1st downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do running the football. It's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. Quick throw, testing the middle. Oh, he makes the catch. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
It's a good call against man coverage, but the execution made the play there.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Oh, the pass rush gets home. Well, they bring the excellent outside linebacker off the edge, Kirk, for the sack that time.
Yeah, he's got great length and great speed, and a blitz like this, you just overwhelm the offensive line. They bring one more than they can handle up front. You can't account for everybody. The quarterback, all he could do is eat it.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. 1st down now at the 40. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the quarterback dropping back. Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Dropping back. It's Carr. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
Well, I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
He made it. 3 points on the board. And that will extend their lead even further.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So they settled for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. And here's the handoff. He breaks free. Breaking tackles. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And the quarterback keeps it here. Has the first down and more. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Bringing it out, it's Smith. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. To throw, it's Reed. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Caught behind the line. It's Wilson. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A deep shot to the right. Makes the grab inside the 30, and he's still running. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the football. Oh, and it's incomplete. What an opportunity for a desperately needed takeaway. Couldn't quite come up with it. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Grab down the middle. It's Fields. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. See what the call is on 1st and 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Fields. They finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be first down. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Back to throw. It's Carr. Lets it go quickly. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. And the incompletion now makes it 2nd and 10 from the 49. Looking to chuck it again. Grab down the middle. It's Fields. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24.
That's a big-time play by this wide receiver from Notre Dame. You think about Notre Dame teams that have been able to get up into the national scene. They've always seemed to have a difference maker, out on the perimeter, going way back to Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket, who is dynamic, most recently Chase Claypool. You got to have somebody out on the outside who can make plays to have a chance of winning these big games.
And looking to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Incompletion sets up a second down. Wants to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Tight end makes the grab. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on fourth down.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Moves out of the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a... So here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 41. First down, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line. That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. Using his legs. It's low. As the first down is still going. They move the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And now the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Looking downfield. It's Walker. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? It's a one-possession game. They'll elect to go for it here on fourth down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. The pass is incomplete. The defense holds on fourth. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's second down. At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down at the 45, but a solid gain to keep this drive going.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
To throw, it's Carr. The receiver grabs it. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Looking to throw it again. Taking a shot deep down the right side. Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their first interception today. It's going to set up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They'll try a pass here. Caught near the sticks. It's Fields. And here he goes. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. It's a quick grab. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Offense now in the all-important red zone. Keeping it on the ground here. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that 1st down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
And then 1st down, right back to the running game. Touchdown, Irish. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 7-yard line. That's good coverage, but a bad decision to bring it out. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession, they settled for 3. Let's see if they can reach the end zone this time. So here's the first play of the drive, backed up with their own 7. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Dropping back, it's Reed. Tries the right with a quick throw. Caught! He's wide open. Look out. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big gain.
Well, this is what's so dangerous about this offense, Chris. They have the ability to put the ball in the air downfield and really stretch those safeties back. This time they hit it for a big gain.
So one huge play has flipped things quickly. Now let's see if this offense can take advantage of this scoring chance. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Well, not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
They'll run it from the gun. Not much on that play, brought down short. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he's brought down at the 1-yard line. What a play on the completion.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
Big opportunity for the offense to tie this game up in the fourth quarter. It's first and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Looking to score with a run to the right. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss on the play.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And we're able to get him down.
Man, this defense just keeps coming up with plays. That's a third stop in a row here inside the 10-yard line to get us to fourth and goal. You look at that scoreboard, you need points on the board. I don't think a field goal is going to help you at this point in the game. You got to put a touchdown up on the board, call your best play, and go out and execute.
So trailing in the final quarter of a close game, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Chris, they had it. They had exactly what they wanted. I can't believe this would have been a touchdown, but he drops the ball on 4th down.
So the offense begins this drive backed up at the 4-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 2nd down after that previous play. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. To the air, it's Carr. Looking deep to the right side. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Rolling the dice a bit, up 1 possession and going for it on 4th down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. 1st and 10, not much time left. They need to find the end zone on this possession. Great chance for the offense to tie the game. 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He's swarmed by the defense. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And bouncing it outside, it's Moss. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they get stopped here on 2nd down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. Back to pass. It's Reed. Pressure is coming. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
This could be the biggest play so far. 4th and goal. And this offense is down. Needs this. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. The ball is caught. No, he didn't make it. They stopped him short on 4th down. The defense rising up here late in this football game to protect this lead. What a play. So the drive gets underway, backed up at the 8-yard line. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. It's a short completion of the tight end. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice...
Looking deep down the left side. Oh, and a chance there for a game-changing interception. Couldn't quite come up with it. Sets up 3rd down now.
Well, he's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw yet again. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Scanning the field. It's Carr. The receiver makes the catch. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down.
Boy, nice job by the receiver of selling this route to the outside. Created enough space back to the inside. And there's the timing again between the quarterback and the receiver, giving him a chance to come up with some yards.
Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for a man deep down the left side. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
I love the idea of this quarterback just continuing to give his guy a chance. Already making multiple plays. Why not put it up in the air and give him a chance to get in the end zone one more time?
Looking to scramble. Oh, look, he's trucking it deep again. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's 3rd down. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's low. Breaks into the clear. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 25.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the 4th quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
What a huge score here by this offense late in the game. This touchdown makes it a 2-possession game with under a minute to go.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Desperate times here. They need points, and they have to score quickly. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Looking to throw. It's Reed. Running back has it on a screen now. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Second down after that short completion. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's incomplete. Just 10 seconds remaining now.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Looking for a late deep shot. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And he goes down, and that's how we will end it. This is an impressive performance. They played a good football team here today, Kirk, but they just dragged him behind the woodshed and dominated from the start. This is going to catch people's attention.
Yeah, I think most people are going to be in awe when they look at the results of this game. Unbelievable job by this team dealing with the expectations, the pressure, and as you said, playing a good team. This was a big-time win and an opportunity to really continue to move up.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Purdue's offense has the ball first today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what...
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He'll keep it himself. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking. this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Finds his target down the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an
Oh, he dropped it! Recovered by the defense, and he's off!
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Gonna run it. It's McCoby. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Boilermakers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He'll pull it on the read. Wide open spaces. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Off the play fake on first down. He'll try to do it himself.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Boilermakers get it past the sticks. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
That is no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here's the pressure. Got it in the middle. It's Fields. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Big time throwing that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann, they'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent, he's got accuracy, and because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to pass, it's Carr. Quickly complete. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Across the 25. There he goes. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Finds his tight end. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Fields.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Give to the single back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Handoff from the gun. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge?
Turning on the Jets. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score.
Let's go. Wait.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Singleton. Fires to the big fella. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Kick is in the air. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And the returner is stopped. Here come the Irish back on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Lots of running room. He's loose. Touchdown, Irish. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Leaves it with the running back. Fights off a defender. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Back to throw, it's Singleton. Snags it down the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late. Until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. He'll do it himself. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Bringing the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Got the first down. Looking for more. He's loose down the left side. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! These guys are really hitting their stride in Week 4 as they push out that lead.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll go to the ground. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Might be calling a hot route. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Here's the handoff. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for space. It's Love. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He leaves it with his back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Looking for room. It's Love. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They're going to ride this running back. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. The give from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
And here comes the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Utah State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Logan for some time. They're up by 17 over the Groupers. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Singleton. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size. Still got him on the turf.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. It's complete to the left. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got a chance. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. Was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Notre Dame backed up in the shadow of its own goal post, looking for room on first down. Looking downfield, it's Carr. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, things have mostly been going right for this offense in this game so far. That's why they have the lead they have. But that time, a little bit of a mental error. That should have been intercepted. Don't love the decision by the quarterback.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He makes a catch. On the move at the 30. There he goes. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
Looking to throw on first down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going up top again. Finds his big tight end. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some run.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Carr. It's complete to the right. Hard-hitting tackle.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense.
It's a seam wide open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field.
Oh, a lot of space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, get some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Line getting set on second down. Back to pass, it's Singleton. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Rides the back on the option to give. Got the first down and more. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. The Boilermakers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Gives it on the option. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Slithers into space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Here come the Irish back on offense.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chain. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
On the run, it's Love. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. The give to the back. How about that deep? Back there, he'll lose a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He'll try it again. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw at Singleton. This time it's complete. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And the Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before. And that's where the offense will set up shop.
Here we go.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Oh, he's got some space. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Give to the running back. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. On the ground, it's Price. Got enough for the first. Across the 25, he's got room. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. Sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Do the show. Right.
Running back searching for a hole. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will open from the 15. Dropping back, it's Carr. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a deep man. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Pocket breaking down. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play, because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression, so
just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That last score sort of felt like the finishing touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident, and David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.